Well, I am an admirer of Elisa's. Elisa has even worked for me, and the fact is that she is talented.
What's it called? Kermit and Friends?
Kermit and Friends.
Kermit. But if
Kermit,
you're saying
like
not
the
to
frog?
do,
Yeah,
wait.
I actually have watched a few hours of Kermit and Friends.
How many hours have you watched, Natalie?
Oh, no. Probably indulged in 8 hours.
Holy.
My wife and I watched Benji's ex-girlfriends or whatever's going on. We watched this crazy podcast, and I have to say, this is one of the probably in the top 5 things I think about right now.
She has a podcast, but she gets to come on the radio. It is craziness upon craziness.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kermit and Friends. I am Elisa. This is Fozzie, and Kermit is watching from heaven. It's going to be a great show today. We have excellent guests, amazing guests that you're all going to love. People are already asking this question. StreamYard, how do I join? How do I join the show? How do I ask these guest questions? How do I do it? I don't know. Okay, the way you do it is we have a main YouTube channel called KermitandFriends.com. So if you go to KermitandFriends.com and you go there, you'll see we have a live broadcast. On that live broadcast will be a link at the top to our Discord server. You have to join our Discord server to get on our show because that's where the link will be, I think. Okay, but we have a packed show, so I don't even know if we can have more people. So that's how you do that. Hopefully that is there. I want to talk a little bit about our sponsor, who has sent me a lot of items that I haven't opened yet, but they're right here. And I want to talk to my co-host Wheezy about this new sponsor that we have because he knows more about this than me. Welcome, my co-host Wheezy. Wheezy, my co-host to the show. Wheezy, any thoughts? Are you okay?
I don't know what's wrong with my camera.
Oh.
But, yeah, that's weird.
So we have the sponsor.
There we go.
Okay, it's CBD Life sponsor, right? Because this sponsor actually is trying to help us. He saw that people were getting out of control here, and he saw that we needed it.
He's right.
So he decided to reach out to me, and that was so amazing. So we really want to, treat our sponsor. We want to treat everybody well here, but especially sponsors, right? So look, daily joint support. If you have problems with your joints, Wheezy, you mentioned you had a problem.
Yeah, right? I have some neck pain a lot of the time, and that stuff actually really works. The topical CBD stuff, it works. I can't wait to try it.
Okay, he sent me a lot of that. I'm actually meeting a 93-year-old friend today, so I might be giving her this daily joint support. Okay, daily support formula. He thinks I need a lot of help, this guy. He's like, you are very old.
No.
People are noticing. It's, oh my God, he sent me so much. I mean, this guy thinks I'm extremely fucked up.
Well, I think he sent you stuff to hand out to everybody because I had hit him up to give him my address, and that's what he said. So
Oh, is this for you? All this
Well,
stuff?
no, I think it's for anybody that you would want to share it with. Whoever needs it the most, I think that.
I'm now a shipping company. That's great because I'm not busy, right? Okay,
Well, you can give them to your real life friends. I'm sure they'll give you fantastic feedback.
Real life friends. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, Sweet Relief daily support. Wow. So anybody that's on the show today that has problems like the Kermitarians do, I'll be happy to bless you with some CBD products from sweetcbdlife.com, a terrific company that is very empathetic towards others.
Very much so. The guy is super, super nice. And the pet angle is what I like, the stuff for pets, because everybody has pets that might be getting older or whatever, and they have a hard time getting up and downstairs. This stuff actually really works for pets. And I haven't tried this stuff specifically, but I know that from what I've read, all the quality is there, and that's what's important, is the quality.
I don't know what's in this, but I mean, he really overdid it this guy. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's cool. You know, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, the worst day, right? How do you feel about Valentine's Day? I mean, is there anybody that you hope will text you or say Happy Valentine's Day, Wheezy?
Only my mom. That's it.
Really?
I don't want a text from any girls.
You don't?
No. And I don't really like Valentine's Day that much. I think it's kind of like this corporate weird thing. But when I had a girlfriend, I definitely felt the pressure on Valentine's Day.
But there's no like women in your life, like Erica or anybody here.
I mean, if Erica sent me a Valentine, I would be very happy, but it would just be for just obvious reasons, I think. I think anybody would want to get a Valentine from Erica, who's been on fire lately.
Yeah, she's been a great caller. I mean, she called me a stupid cunt yesterday, but she's been a great caller. So I'm just so thrilled with her. So you don't care if anyone like reaches. See, if I don't get any texts tomorrow, I'm gonna be pissed. There's certain people. Yeah, like if for instance, if
Andy.
Yeah, exactly. And so Andy called me last night, and he said, "Oh, you know what's coming up?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "The Super Bowl." I'm like, the Super Bowl. There's no way that you're telling me that you care about the Super Bowl at all. And he says, "Oh no, that's where I make the most money. I made $300,000 on a Super Bowl commercial." And I said, "What? You made
Andy did?
What?" Yes, Andy said he was in 2 Super Bowl commercials and he made $300,000 a pop.
That's
each one.
Awesome.
And when I play them for you later, which I think he's going to be coming here. Who knows though? But if he does come here, I'll play those commercials. And one of them, he's literally eating a Dorito, and that's it.
You got paid $300,000 for that? I could do that. That's something I could actually do.
It's crazy. Yeah. So, oh my God, you won't believe this. Okay, so I need to have a meetup for everyone. So I can share. Wow. Oh, this is for pets now. So Sweet Paws, medium pet peanut butter. Oh my gosh, Fozzie's going to be drugged up later.
Boxes. The more boxes you open, the more boxes there are.
It's unbelievable. Okay, so I'm going to be sending this to you and other people. Reach out to me if you're a big part of Kermit and Friends and you want to be sedated. No problem. I got under control. So after this show is going to be your wrap-up show where you're going to talk about everything that went on here today. I'm really excited for that. It's been great. Your co-host Charmin is back.
Yes.
I'm sure you're thrilled about that.
Very happy about it. She's the best.
And there's no other show that's important today, okay? So I just want everybody to know that. The only important shows that you have to watch are Kermit and Friends and the Kermit and Friends wrap-up show with Wheezy. That's it, okay?
I agree.
So don't be distracted by any other bullshit. Don't be distracted because there's going to be distractions today and they're very boring, the other shows. So I'm just going to ask some people, how they feel about Valentine's Day. Alex Hooper, is this an important holiday for you?
It is the most important holiday for me because I am a child of love. And what better way to celebrate than by buying something that will die within a few days, just like most people's emotions.
That is true. Yeah, it's true. Like the flowers, they do die and love dies. I mean, love is not supposed to be forever, I don't think. Like I actually haven't really seen any happy marriages. Anytime I hang out with married people, it's depressing.
I know, and I'm getting married in less than 2 months. I'm about to be depressing.
You're getting married?
Yeah, I know. I she's still in the basement. I locked her up, and the chains are on. She can't get out. But
wow.
Yeah, I snagged myself one. Weird.
How did you meet your fiance?
We met in college, actually, through a mutual friend that it's a very long, complicated story, but let's just say that when you realize you're not going to do any better, you just stop trying and make it work. And I think that's what
I always think. I always think that
Right.
I always think, if you don't meet somebody by like the time you're 20 years old, just give up. There's nothing better out there. You thought, I'd get into the world and it would be better. It gets worse. There's nobody better. You've met the
That's
best
right.
people you're going to
That's why you're with Andy Dick right now. There's not doing any better than that, which I need to mention. I've done a couple Super Bowl commercials. I didn't make anywhere near $300,000. So apparently I need to lick more people's faces in public, and then maybe I will get those types of offers.
Yeah, but the good thing, Alex, is you're getting more and more famous. I read on your Instagram that you said that, or somewhere, that you got recognized. You're getting recognized everywhere, and that's a good thing. Like, what's more important to you, like money or fame? I think
money for sure.
Money?
Fame is a byproduct of what I want. Like, I just want to be as successful as a comedian as I can, so I can keep entertaining as many people as possible. The fame part of it is just like secondary. Like, I need money to live. You can't live off of fame. You can't eat fame.
I feel like I could. It's so much fun. I'm just getting a caller. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hello?
Hello?
I can't hear you.
I'm talking to you.
Okay, I can't join. I don't know how to join.
Okay, I explained how to join. The way you join is you go to KermitandFriends.com, and then you go join our Discord server, and then people are going to help you join, and then you can ask Alex Hooper a question.
Yeah, I did all that. I just can't get on the panel.
Okay. All right. So if you're a producer of mine, what do you like to be called? Jay Redden, right? Is that your name?
That's my real name.
Okay. All right. So there's a new guy named Jay Redden who sounds very weird. He's perfect for the show. Please reach out to him and help him as far as getting on Kermit and Friends, because I'm sure you want to ask this very successful comedian, Alex Hooper from AGT. I mean, he's been on TV, like a national famous show that's a huge show. What's your question for him, Jay?
I didn't have a question. I just wanted to get on the panel and say hi to everyone.
Okay. All right. So you don't have a question. So I can tell you're going to be a great contributor here. Just call back when you have a question and get help in the Discord server. See, I can't help everybody. It's hard. Okay. So there's a comedy album that's going to be out soon, right? A new comedy album. It's called Settle. Is that about your fiance?
Well, actually, well, one of the tracks is called Settle. The album is actually called Calm Down Peasants. But yes, the track Settling is all about how we just need to accept what's in front of us and learn to make it work, because that's what every relationship is. No matter what you are giving up something as soon as you enter a relationship.
Yeah, it's so horrible. You have to give up like pretty much everything. So, but your fiance, when she saw that was your album, and she saw like the theme of it, was she upset?
No, because she's the one that settled. I leveled up. If you saw a picture of my fiance, you'd be like, this doesn't make any sense. What is she mental? Is she having mental issues? Does she have a criminal history? Something like that. Nobody ever understands why we're together. But like I said, you got to put the chain on and just lock it down when you have something.
Wow. Okay, great. Okay, so she doesn't mind your comedy album. So that's coming out soon. That's going to be
February 25th. February
Wow.
25th. And you can pre-order it right now. It's only $9 to buy this album. That is less than a Chipotle burrito, everybody, to support an upcoming artist that, like Lisa said, getting more famous by the day.
Yeah, and that's exciting. I love that. And you're, heavy into the roasting. I know that. Who's the most fun person that you've ever roasted?
Ooh, Sofia Vergara was really great just because she is one of the most beautiful people in the world. Second only to you, of course, Froggy. And so, it was an honor just to be anywhere near her. And that was a really good one. Yeah,
it's great cutting attractive people down.
Yes,
Like,
it is.
yeah, they really need to be cut down. I actually hate when a good looking guy, is around me, like at the gym. I started to go to this gym and it's all these pretty boys and I just want to destroy them and make them feel bad about themselves. So you get to do that. I
do.
Yeah, that's terrific. That's terrific. And do you think that Sofia Vergara, she cried later after the roasting?
No, I think she went home and blew Joe Manganiello harder than she ever has, like to the point where he passed out in the middle of it. The cleanup crew that came in took multiple teams. Like, I really think that she went home, was like, I can't believe he said this. And Joe was like, I'll take care of it.
See, I always think that attractive people, they don't have to blow anyone. I always think it's the unattractive people that are doing all the blowing.
No, I mean, I think attractive people do most of the blowing. I mean, if they're the ones blowing up, they should be the ones also doing the blowing. You gotta glow up on that blow up. That's what we always say here in Los Angeles, apparently.
So have you ever roasted someone and felt guilty and bad about it? Maybe they were sad later, or they, were depressed because of you?
I've made jokes before that I think crossed the line. I don't think I've ever offended somebody to the point where, because normally they sign up for it to be roasted. I would never just go after someone that wasn't asking for it in some way, unless you book me on Cameo, at which point, yes, I will take down whoever you need, everybody. Self-promotion, shameless. But yeah, I think most people, they do sign up for it, and being roasted is an honor. It is a privilege. Yeah. Like, I am complimenting you by taking the time to think about you with my day. Like, that's what I'm choosing to do. So, be honored, everybody.
Yeah, it is an honor. I was kind of sad, though, when I saw, you have this podcast. You ended it when you hit 100 episodes. I mean, I can understand that. You were probably exhausted from your podcast. Is that why you stopped?
Yeah, I mean, I did about 135 of them, and I just felt like I wasn't growing anymore from it, and I had a lot of other opportunities that were coming in, and I fully believe you have to release something to make space for something else. So,
really?
I know that hippy-dippy guru bullshit, but it's just like, I got to release this part of my life so I can open up to see what's coming in, and no, it was a good move for sure, but I mean, there's a time episodes. If you want to go back, listen to Achilles Heel. They're really beautiful ways of normalizing our problems and listening to how fucked up people are. So go check it out, everybody.
So your guests, you tried to highlight how fucked up they were?
Yeah, well, that's what we did. Let me ask you this. Do you know what your Achilles heel is?
Everything. What is mostly everything.
No, see, there's something in there. There's something more specific in you that is really causing you all the pain and struggle in the world. But then we highlight that and we try to talk about it so it's not weird anymore.
But how do you figure out what it is? How do you know?
I ask the guest, and they have to go inside themselves and figure out what is it. And in 135 episodes, I only repeated topics about 5 times. So We're talking about, people would say intensity, control, depression, rheumatoid arthritis, self-esteem, sugar. Like, people have all different things that mess them up. And it's pretty interesting stuff.
What did you say yours was?
Eczema. Yeah, I have a really terrible case of eczema, like one of the worst on the planet, to the point where doctors used to look at me and go, I'm very sorry. We can't help you.
Eczema? I feel like that's not that bad.
It's not, unless you have a case like mine, which is one of the most extreme cases in the world. Where
is it? I don't see any eczema on you.
Oh, it's everywhere. Look at my forehead right now. You see all these little like little things like that. My skin's actually in a really good place right now, but if you catch me on a bad day when I'm heavily inflamed, I look like the devil's asshole is walking down the street.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm not afraid to say that because I'm a beautiful person who is very much in love with himself. So I can roast myself all day.
Well, did it take a long time for you to come to terms with this and point it out to people?
Oh, I'm still coming to terms with it. I'm not sure I'll ever not be coming to terms with it. That's part of the Achilles heel. It's something you can't get rid of, but it's ingrained in you. So how do you make it work for you?
I don't know. That's a really tough one. I guess if you make it funny, you get to talk about it and people can laugh with you instead of laughing at you. Is that what you're trying to do here?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get, like, I think vulnerability equals strength, Elisa. And I think the more we try to hide what's wrong with us, the more we actually keep it in, and it actually causes us stress. And so I think if we just release this energy and just say, hey, yeah, this is my issue. It's mine. Doesn't affect you in any way. Let's talk about it. I just think it helps.
Wow. Okay. So if you have a problem, well, they can't even go on your podcast anymore, but do you still want to talk to people and help people?
Of course, I talk to people. I'm one of there's something about my energy where, like, I get these trauma vampires that just latch on to me, and they just suck out whatever energy of mine they can get, and they pass on their problems onto me all the time. And honestly, that's the beauty of having eczema, is their problems will flake off me just like my skin does. So I will take your pain. If you have something that you're hiding inside, holding inside right now that you need to get off, give it to me. I'll find a way to dispose of it. Put it out like a cigarette.
So the people that come on your podcast and the people that you've spoken to, you could cure them. That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying I can cure them, but I will take some of their pain away and take it off of them and put it on me. I'm an amalgamation of 135 people's problems all stewing inside to make a delicious, nutritious breakfast for anyone who wants to consume it.
All right, that's terrific. Well, if there is a product that I have for you, maybe here that I could send you, I'm going to check that out. I'm going to ask the creator of this because I'm still not too familiar with it, but I'd love to help you if I can, like how you've helped others. So if people want to follow you and check you out, where do they go, Alex? Where's the main place?
Go to hoopercomedy.com, and then all social media is at Hooper Hair Puff, just like it sounds, Hooper Hair Puff, and get that new album. February 25th, it will be out, everybody.
Wow. Okay, hold on one second. I'm just getting a caller. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hey, Lisa, this is Eric. I had a question for Alex.
Okay, what is your question?
The question is, Andy Dick's been told by Michael Bloomberg. He's been told by the Cunin family with the Bosch. He's been told by the head of the rabbinic court. He's been told by Simon and Lucas multiple times over and over again, do not come anywhere near Lisa's place. Do not call her. And the reason for that is because the whole
Eric, nobody can hear you. Eric, put your camera on. Eric, nobody can. Eric.
So how do we, Alex, stop this monster from corrupting a positive outlier like Elisa ever again? That's our question.
All right, Eric, turn your camera on. Nobody can hear you in a very loud place. All right, I don't know what that was about. Anyway, okay, so everybody add Alex. Alex, if you can stick around and just watch Kermit and Friends. Everybody add. So that was kind of distracting. So is it hoopercomedy.com?
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. But yes, it's hoopercomedy.com.
Okay,
and add Hooper Hair Puff on all social media.
Yeah, add him on all social media. He is so nice, and he's positive, and he can help you with eczema or anything else. How terrific is that?
And even more importantly, I'm fun. So that's even more important than me being kind.
Exactly. He's fun, and it's so hard to find somebody fun. Most people are not fun, so we try to find people that can add to our lives here and really be a part of it and contribute to things, be a part of our Kermit and Friends Discord, and make friends, be happy, okay? So I'm going to bring on a person that I don't believe has been on Kermit and Friends yet. This is a person who's still doing a podcast. He's the host of Who Are These Podcasts? A podcast that reviews other podcasts, good podcasts and bad podcasts. So hopefully he's watching this and thinks it's good. He's perhaps best known for his relentless trolling of Stuttering John Melendez. So that's, Stuttering John, he was on this show before, and he was very upset, and he blocked me from like all my his social media, blocked my phone number, will never talk to me again. So this guy trolls him. That's kind of a bad person to troll, because then you never get to talk to the guy again. So that's what he's known for the most, according to these notes. So you can visit whoarethese.com to listen to every one of those episodes, and you can join them on Reddit. And actually, this guy kind of inspired me to get on Reddit, because I didn't even know podcasts were on Reddit. He's on there. Everybody, welcome to the show, Karl.
What is happening, Elisa Jordana? So good to be on here.
I'm so thrilled.
It's a long time in the making, because you record during football games. So we had to wait for the season to pretty much end for me to get on the show.
Well, it's not a big one today, so you're good.
There's nothing going on today. Not a big deal. I love that you're giving relationship advice at the top of your show. Is that for comedic effect. I mean, I heard Andy Dick on Adam Carolla's show and Drew and Mike recently talking about how he's single. I don't know that you should be giving out a lot of relationship advice at this point.
Well, the truth is, Karl, he forgets. He
Oh, is
forgets
that what
that,
happened?
yeah, he forgets that we're together. Like after the Adam Carolla thing, I said, Andy, remember me? What happened? Like you're saying you're dating a lot of guys right now, but I really do think he forgets. Like last night, he called me to tell me about the Super Bowl, and he acted like nothing ever happened. Like we were still together, and no problems, no guys. But I heard Lucas, his boyfriend, in the background, so just nothing has changed. So yeah, I shouldn't be giving out advice. You're right.
I have to tell you, I was talking with our mutual friend Drew Lane, and he's concerned that Lucas is back in Andy's life. This seems like a problem.
No, Drew Lane is right. He's back, and he's just in love with that guy, and that's the biggest problem. Is that it's hard to get rid of that, So I'm stepping back. I'm not really trying anymore. I'm not putting in any effort. So if he wants to come to me, he could come to me. But yeah, I'm actually really good at giving advice to other people.
Well, let me ask you this, Elisa. You're beautiful. You're very funny. You're outgoing. You must have a ton of guys who want to date you, and you're not dating these guys. So where's the problem? There's got to be a problem somewhere. Is it the guys or is it you? Because some people are saying you're asexual. This is what I'm hearing on the street. I don't know.
Yeah. So I've said that that's not my top priority.
Okay.
So my top priority is just that my life is better. Make my life better in some way. Right. So Andy was making me laugh. He was entertaining to me. It was exciting. Creatively, I admire him a lot. So those things were fun, and sex was not what I was thinking about. It wasn't like one of those guys that you see across the room. You're like, oh, I want that guy. That's rare. And if you even get to know that guy, it typically doesn't work out well because it's all about something superficial. I feel that superficial hookups and like one night stands and dating somebody because of looks, that's not where I'm at right now in my life.
You might be onto something. I started watching that Pam and Tommy show that's on Hulu.
Yeah.
And that was the problem with their relationship. It was all based on connection.
Although, Karl, I would love to have a relationship like that. That actually does seem fun.
Yeah, you should. It's funny because everyone seems to be obsessed with your relationships except for you. You don't seem to care at all.
No, but if I had a relationship like that, I would make the most of it.
I would.
Everything would be filmed.
All right, so let me ask you this then. So since you said that, can you explain who your ideal partner is? Who's the guy that you aside from Andy Dick, your fiance, obviously, who would be if he weren't in the picture? Who would be the person?
So I had a guy that was like my ideal guy. He was so Gabe from Cobra Starship. Are you familiar with him at all?
Not.
So he is a guy that I was in a band with. That's like my ideal physical type, but like everything else was very wrong. I'm trying to find a picture of him.
Okay,
it's not that guy. Hold on. Okay, it's
not that guy.
Not that guy. I guess I don't have a picture of him, but he's so I met my physical type. That was him. And so that didn't work out. I mean, I've met people I've dated people that fans would think, oh, that's the best looking person. I've dated like movie stars that are attractive, and just if there's no connection with personality, there's like nothing there for me. It's really difficult for me to find someone with a stellar personality that I like, and also everything else like loyalty and trust. I mean, that is so huge, and it took me kind of this long to realize that is like the top of what I need. I need somebody that's loyal. I need somebody that's kind.
So the opposite of Andy Dick is what you're saying. Okay, yeah,
pretty much. Yeah. What about you? Are you single, Karl? You married?
I am happily married. I know that sounds weird. You said that doesn't exist.
You're happily married?
I'm very happily married. Yes. You know what the secret is? I'll tell you what the secret is. I've been married for 9 years now. The secret is not having children. It's amazing what you can do in life when you don't have kids.
Is that right? And you decided that like right away, or
yeah. My wife and I both felt this way our entire lives, so it worked out well.
Okay, so what do you have together that you enjoy so much, where you're saying it's a great marriage?
Oh, well, first off, she helps with the podcast. She's in our jingles department. She is a musician. I'm a musician as well. We met playing in a band together. So we appreciate, like just last night, we were flipping around the channels, and I just put on a Billy Joel concert from Japan in 2006, and we just sat and watched that all night. We're going to see him in New York in April, so we totally bond over music and entertainment.
So she works for your podcast. She's in the jingles department, and does she
I don't pay her squat though. I refuse to pay her for the work that she does. She will make nothing like it.
So does she love the podcast? Does she love doing it?
She does, yeah, for sure. She doesn't participate as much as I would like her to.
Yeah. What do you want her to do?
Well, I wanted her to write more jingles. Right now, we're doing a Stuttering John song parody contest. And it's great. People are sending in all these song parodies. They're goofing on John. I'm like, where's my jingles department? The listeners are doing this. Where's the jingles department with us?
Yeah, Karl, it's easier to get fans to do things than people that you're with. I mean, I know that. I've been trying to get people that I date into my podcast. They refuse mainly. I mean, a lot of them refuse to do it. So you're better off just getting people that are obsessed with the show. That's what I learned.
Well, Andy was a really good contributor to the show, obviously. But yeah, I know what you mean. I totally agree with you. But my wife is a fan. She listens to every single episode and she critiques it, and we have a conversation afterward.
How does she feel about Stuttering John? Does she ever say, Karl, stop talking about Stuttering John at the dinner table?
I can't tell you how much joy John brings me and everyone around me. Everyone I know is obsessed with what a pathetic loser he's become, and it's so fun.
Why is it? But there's so many pathetic losers in the world. Why him?
Yeah, why? What is it about him, Elisa? I'll ask you. What is it about John that we can't get enough of it? It's so funny. It's a train wreck that is taking so long to complete. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, could it ever end? Do you think there'll be a day when you're not trolling John? Will it get boring?
Oh, that's interesting because we started off really our first reoccurring character on the show was Opie from Opie and Anthony. And Opie
on it, or you were covering him?
Yeah, we were goofing on him.
Oh, you're goofing on Opie. Is he another pathetic loser?
Yeah, he podcasts from his car for like a dozen people. He used to be on the second biggest radio show in the world, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah, but do you feel bad? I mean, doing that? I mean, there's got to be part of him that's really depressed. I mean,
Opie's a bad guy. See, that's the thing. And I heard you asking Alex if he feels bad about roasting people.
Yeah,
I have a different kind of feeling about it because people can come back at me and I enjoy that. I like getting roasted. I like when people goof on me. So it's one of these things where I invite it. I'm like, hey, this is a roast. These are the rules. I'm going to goof on you. And then you are free because everyone I goof on has a platform. They all have their own show. Feel free to react. Exactly. And when they do, I play it on my show. If they have funny jokes about me, I'll play them on my show and admit that they had some good quips.
Okay, so you don't mind, because I was wondering, like, you were roasting on Nikki Glazer recently, and that would be a scary one for me because she's a professional roaster. Did she have any reaction to you at all?
No, she has not. And most people ignore us, which is probably the right way to go. You don't want to engage too much on that. But yeah, Nikki Glazer, who I enjoy as a comedian, as a roast comedian, and her podcast is shit. It is so bad.
Really? What's so bad about it? What makes a good podcast or a bad podcast? Why is hers bad?
So she doesn't put any prep into it. She sits down with her co-host who's completely unfunny, and they just have a boring conversation that just drags on. And it's supposed to be a comedy show.
Right.
So it's not bringing any entertainment value. Is the problem.
What do you think of that song that she wrote? The Bob Saget song. Did you hear that?
That's what put her on our radar to begin with. We played that song. And then I'm like, oh, she's got a podcast. We should probably check that out too. God, that Bob Saget song. So apparently she had written that months ago and then quickly got it out there to take advantage.
Is that really true that she wrote a song for Bob Saget months ago before he died?
I think she changed some of the lyrics.
That doesn't sound right. It was probably for some other guy.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There's no way it's for
him. I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
Wow. And have people come out and say, Nikki, it's obvious that you didn't write like this love song for Bob Saget when he was alive and married. Oh my gosh. That is wild. That is
really
I got
a question for you because didn't I see you on Juicy Scoop?
Yes, you did.
You were on there. So this Heather McDonald thing where she collapsed on stage. Have you seen that video?
Yes. Oh, I did see that. So people are confused about why that happened. So Heather McDonald was performing, I think in like Arizona or something, and she had a really hard fall. And it was just weird timing because, I mean, that fall was hard, right? If you watch the video.
She fractured her skull.
Yeah, she fractured her skull. She survived, but what people are saying is like, you should really watch out for head injuries because look what happened to Bob Saget. But Bob Saget, they said his fall was equivalent to like falling off a building.
What? I didn't hear that. What?
Yeah,
how many stories of a building?
Yeah, like a 10-story building. Like that was what his head injury was equivalent to, or if somebody took a bat. So how would that have happened?
He must have taken 2 boosters is the only thing I can figure.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was related to that. I didn't think that. People that I know that are, very conservative people, they're all blaming it on that. But how could that be? How could you hit your head that hard? It sounds like he was murdered to me. What does it sound like to you?
I did not hear that information, but if that's really true, that it's the equivalent of getting hit with a baseball bat, then that's not someone just falling in their hotel room, obviously. That's not the headboard.
And it's weird, when this happened with Heather McDonald, she was all over the news. She was, in TMZ and Fox News. And, I know her. So I felt, okay, if this is a person that was not famous, would I reach out to this person and say, are you okay? I think I would.
Yeah.
But the fact that she's so famous, there's such a weird thing about that. Is when a famous person gets hurt or a famous person, something happens with them, you don't want to reach out to them because you don't want them to think that you're just trying to suck up to them or get anything out of it.
Funny you say that because I'm starting to go through that myself where,
really?
Yeah, there was a guy who used to work on the Howard Stern show and I'm very friendly with him now. And something bad happened to him. And I was doing the same thing in my head. I'm like, should I send him a note?
Who was that?
And it was Shuley. His mom passed away.
Oh,
and
you heard about it. How did you hear about that?
Well, I'm on his Patreon and he sent out a note. He said, no episode because my mom passed away. So I shot him a text, but it's the same thing you're talking about. I was going back and forth. I'm like, I know that I would shoot this person and know I'm just friendly with them. But, does it look like I'm just trying to start a conversation? And, I was Shuley and I communicated enough that it was fine. But I know what you mean, though, where you start to get into this weird realm where now famous people and then you're like, well, they're in the news and they're probably getting messages by everybody.
Exactly. And like, if they didn't tell me about it, like if Heather McDonald didn't text me or send me a message about it, I don't think I should be commenting. It just feels weird.
Right. But you did send her a note?
No, I didn't. I sent a public tweet saying something. I mean, I just didn't feel comfortable doing it, but it is really weird. I mean, I remember when they were talking about the Scott Salem thing where Howard sent the email saying, I'm sorry about your wife. And people were, when it gets public, that's another thing. It could go public, whatever you write. If the person has a platform, they could say, oh, she wrote me this. It was so stupid. Or she doesn't really care about me. Or she's trying to do this. So I don't want that, but it's like, okay.
I hate that. Why is it okay to show people's text messages and DMs and things like that? Why aren't people pissed at the person who's showing them?
That's a good question. And it happens here all the time.
It
happens here all the time where like we have a woman here that's a big caller on the show named Erica. And she just texts me the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. So it's like impossible not to show it. So she's texting me nudes. She's texting me, insulting me. And it's just so entertaining that I want to put it out there. I want everybody to see it, but is it wrong? Is it right? And now there's lawsuits and I'm confused about that. It's like a fine line. Is this a lawsuit? If she's texting me, she knows I have a platform. She knows I'm going to want to show everybody. I mean, am I guilty for showing her texts? What do you think?
Well, I think she's texting you because she wants you to show them, right?
That's what
you're going to.
That's exactly what I thought. Exactly. So yeah, I thought she wanted me to promote her nudes. So that's what I've been doing.
I got to tell you, Lisa, I just thought of something. I'm a little bit of a hypocrite. So Chris Baldessano sent me these DMs that he got from Stuttering John, and I did make a YouTube video out of them because he was threatening a mob hit on his friend.
So
he was like breaking the law. So I thought that was
the mob hit about the fan, the woman that what's that woman that that you're friendly with?
Heather W.
Yeah, Heather W. Wasn't the mob hit on her?
So from what I've heard, who knows? Allegedly, from what I've heard, John has threatened a lot of people with having connections to guys he knew back in New York. And so that seems to be one of his go-to things. He likes to threaten lawsuits. He likes to threaten having someone break your legs. He's got a couple go-tos that he has.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't threaten any mob hits on anyone. I mean, people have upset me here Actually, this guy that's calling right now. Let me just take this caller real fast. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hey, Lisa, this is Eric. How you doing over there?
I don't know.
Hey, Eric. What's going on, buddy?
It's great to hear your beautiful, sweet voice. So, one time, this person named Andy, he came to your rooftop when I was going to propose to you. And when I spoke with people about that, they said he was not supposed to do that. But we can forgive that. But that one time you were up for 3 nights, and I called you, and somebody who was not Jewish told somebody who is Jewish to bow down for them. When you read prayers, not to bow down to alien gods. And then all the Jews came after him, who is a Jew, wondering what spy mission he's on. He's with Chabad, with Mindy Kunin in your area. How can we have that person killed? We have to have him killed. That's all there's to it. We have to put a gun to his head and blow his fucking head off. Have Lucas do it. Lucas blows people's head off all the time for the Jewish mafia. He does it with Donald Trump and with Brad Cardone. That's all they do.
Eric, can you get on the camera so I can send this to the police? Just get on camera. All right. Hey, Andy.
Oh, hey, baby. I miss you.
Hey, I miss you too. I was so excited when you called me last night.
But what was he talking about? Why do you say Lucas?
I don't know. He mentioned something about Lucas. Let's ask him. Eric.
Not my Lucas.
I am not sure if he was talking about your Lucas or another Lucas, but he did mention Lucas. A lot of people do. People remember him from the show, and they bring him up all the time, and they say Lucas this and Lucas that, and I just try to relay the message. But today's.
What did they say? Do they like him?
Yeah, I think they like him.
Okay, cool. How are you doing, though, baby?
I'm good. I'm pretty busy. We have some good guests today, really good guests. Karl from Who Are These Podcasts and Alex Hooper from AGT. And it's so exciting. And I just love when we have a great show like this. So I'm just thrilled about it.
Did you tell everybody my predicament?
Which one?
Which one? You're right. I do have multiple predicaments, but the one about how I have to be out of here by tomorrow at 5 a.m.
What do you wait? You have to be out of your apartment by 5 a.m.
Yeah, you know. Yes. What are you pretending to not know? You know those.
Okay, so the police have gotten involved, right? So this is a big emergency.
What, baby?
The police have gotten involved. This is not just a regular situation now. So the police have gotten involved. The police arrived.
It's still a regular situation, but I ignored the eviction notice, and yes, then the cops come, the sheriff's department or whatever comes, and they give me where is that? Yeah.
Okay, so in happier times, Andy was making $300,000 a Super Bowl commercial. You remember that, Andy?
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Super Bowl's today.
Yeah, the Super Bowl. So
that's calling in. Yeah, I wanted to.
Yeah, so it was much happier times. There was no eviction notice. There were no police dragging you out.
Slow it down, lady. What do you mean much happier times? I'm happier now than ever before because I'm with you.
Oh, that's so nice. Well, I mean, it was a little happier times because, you had $300,000. No.
It doesn't matter. No. It really was actually a very bad.
It was a bad time. You got $300,000 to eat a Dorito.
Sure, baby, money doesn't matter. Come on.
All right. Well, I think it'd be happy times for me if I got paid $300,000 to do
money won't
this.
Matter. What's your point?
The Metropolitan Choral Ensemble introduces new Doritos tortilla thins.
So that was a really high-paying commercial. I mean, you were just in it for a second.
I got paid $300,000 to bite a Dorito. They had a spit bucket too, by the way.
So you didn't even have to eat it.
Well, I probably did, but we did it so many times that at some point you're like, can I not eat anymore? And then I forgot that commercial. How did you find that?
Well, you told me about it last night, and I just Googled it quickly, and it came right up along with this commercial, another commercial from a different Super Bowl.
Pepsi.
Yeah, this is for Pepsi. So Andy was in a Pepsi commercial.
That one you showed me in 30.
1 million cases of Diet Pepsi were sent free to loyal Diet Coke drinkers.
I wonder if some of them are singing a different tune now. It's got a hold on me, right in the soul of me. I'm a changed man. This is the right one, baby.
It makes you wonder, what would happen if everyone tried Diet Pepsi?
No comment, baby. No doubt about it. Only one taste is the right one. Makes me feel like singing. You got the right one, baby.
Yeah, so some people didn't even see you in that video. Some people didn't even see you.
One more time. But stop it after me. I just want to see me, and then we're out.
All right. I also texted you these videos this morning. I don't know if you remember that, but I was excited.
I didn't see them. I don't look at my text.
Recently, 1 million cases of Diet Pepsi were sent free to loyal Diet Coke drinkers.
I wonder if some of them are singing a different tune now. It's got a...
There you are.
Well, you don't have to free...
There you are. I can't believe it. I mean, this kind of makes me even more religious because, I mean, this is incredible, Andy. I mean, you got to admit, come on. I mean, what are you doing there? I mean,
hold it, Pepsi can. I'm fucking promoting Pepsi for 300 grand, bitch.
So can you reenact this scene? I mean, can you still do it?
I don't remember it, but I hear it. I'm like,
well, maybe if you practice.
By the way, let me see. Go back. I want to see me just, and then.
I mean, it's so quick. I don't know. It's like when I press play, it's already over.
It's got a hold on me. Right.
Oh God, I lipped it perfectly.
Yeah, you did a great job. You really earned that paycheck. Okay, so Andy, what are we going to do about your living situation? If anybody wants to move in with Andy, what should they do?
They can't. I have to move out. What are you talking about?
Oh, I mean, if you have a place that Andy can move in, what should they do? How do they contact you?
Why are you doing that?
Hey, Andy. Andy, how you doing, buddy? You hanging in there?
Barely.
Good to see you.
By ass hair.
So, Andy, you're looking for a place to stay?
Eric, your audio couldn't be worse. Let me just get this phone call. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Oh my God, Elisa, my name is Toast. I don't know if you know this. I'm a huge fan of Johnny B.
Okay, huge fan of Johnny B.
I'm so thankful to see that Andy is out of the hospital. Johnny B told us you called him the other day, and you were trying to. He said that Andy got beat up by his boyfriend again, and you were trying to frame the situation to make it look like a hoarding situation, and everything collapsed onto Andy, and that's why.
No, that wasn't Andy. That was someone else. He was confused.
Oh.
Yeah, that was someone else.
Oh, John's been telling us it was Andy Dick. We're just so glad that he's okay.
Yeah, he's okay. Andy's okay. He's fine. He just needs a place to live. So if anybody has, you, for instance, you're a new person, if you have a place for Andy to live, contact Andy. And he's going to live with you by 5 a.m. on Monday.
Johnny B's in the process of evicting Musa, so Andy could live in Musa's old room.
Who is this? Who is this caller? Who is this caller?
Oh, my name is Toast.
Toast. Oh, Toast. Big fan. Okay,
Yeah,
Toast.
I'm a big fan of Johnny B.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of yours. You're really, you're a cool guy. And thanks for supporting the show and Johnny B. But no, that wasn't Andy. He's actually, yeah, it's a different person. I actually know a lot of people like this, so I know it's hard to believe, but that was not Andy.
So it wasn't just so John made it sound like you were trying to come up with a plan to make it look like Andy wasn't beat up.
No, Andy was beat up.
Situation?
No, he was beat up, but just not that day.
Oh, thank God. Well, I'm glad you guys are all okay, and I hope that Andy Dick moves in with Johnny B soon.
Yeah.
It'll be a good situation.
Yeah. Thank you, Toast. Okay, so that was Toast, a nice guy. All right. So yeah, if somebody wants to help, see, that's what we are. We're a helping, giving community here, and we want to help everybody that needs it, right? So if Andy needs a place to live, we're going to be the first ones to help him here. And is there anything that you need in a place, Andy? Does it have to be you need your own bathroom? Do you need your own
I'm
bed?
talking to the landlord right now. You.
I'm the landlord?
That I can move in for half a second.
Yeah, you can move in. You just can't bring anybody. I don't like it when you bring people. That's the bad thing about you. You're a great person to live with unless you bring people. Then you're not a good person to live with. I hate that.
I won't.
Eric, too loud. Oh my God. Eric is in a very loud place right now. Let's just check in with our COO, T-Bob. T-Bob, I can't really see you. What is this? What is this, T-Bob? You have 3 screens going. You have 3 screens right now. All right. So everybody just get your stuff in order here. We're helping Andy. It's Super Bowl day. What about Valentine's Day? Does that mean anything to you, Andy?
Will you be my Valentine? Will you be my Valentine?
Yes, I will.
Thanks. So yeah, it does mean something to me. It means everything. Look at my hair. Oh my God. I literally just woke up.
You don't say. Okay, let's check in with T-Bob, our COO. T-Bob, how's everything going with you, buddy?
She's so funny.
Well, everything's going great. I'm just enjoying the show. I was looking forward to asking Karl about his movie acting career.
Karl, about his movie acting career?
Yeah, that's what I had the second screen up for, but you don't have to bring it up. I mean, I could bring it up. It shows on IBM that he played in Titanic 2 and he had a part in Pan in 2015.
Wait, Karl from Who Are These Podcasts had a part in Titanic?
Titanic 2 in 2010.
I didn't even know there was a Titanic 2. Are you sure?
Positive. It's his full name.
How did you find out this information?
I just Google it. You know me, I find everything about everybody that's out there.
Yeah, you're a great COO. Okay, so you're going to ask Karl a question. Karl, our COO, T-Bob, has a question for you.
Listen, I didn't just star in Titanic 2. I also wrote and directed it. So I just want to make that very clear. How could they make a Titanic 2, Bob? What are you talking about? You know, the first one ended. There's nowhere to go from there. The ship is gone.
Bob.
Well, you know the one thing about Pan, if he throws a punch, you ain't got to worry about it because it ain't never going to land. Never land.
Bob, the information that you found about Karl, it doesn't seem right. Like what?
Is that not accurate? Because they're both from Waverly, Tennessee. It's got both their full name, the exact same name on there, and this picture looks the same. So
I'll have to Google that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, unless you're not related to Rocky. I mean, he is a producer.
What is going on?
Unless you got a brother out there that looks like you that's also from Waverly.
Bob,
Tennessee.
you're confusing our guests. Yes, Kermit and Friends.
Hey, Lisa, this is Eric. Can you hear me over there?
Eric, where you are is the loudest place in the world. Can you get somewhere quieter? Why are you there?
I'll go somewhere quieter. But yeah, I mean, the thing about Andy is his shit smells. His shit stinks. He's got smelly shit, itis. And, you know, I can have the Panthers trail him for like a couple months to get his shit to smell less bad, you know, and then leave Bob and my Hells Angels out of the picture, you know. But coming to your place doesn't make his shit smell any less bad. But it's recoupable, you know. But coming to your place makes it irrecoupable. So we can help you, Andy. You can stay where you are. I know you have rich friends, but when your shit smells that bad, we can get the Panthers on it, and we can get this solved. All right, man?
All right, thank you for your call. All right, that was Eric. I don't know what's going on with him today. Charmin, any thoughts on Valentine's Day at all?
Oh, I think Valentine's Day is emotional manipulation. I prefer not to participate in Valentine's Day, and I do not date until it is over.
Yeah, there's so much pressure on
Really,
that day.
It really is, and it's no fun. I actually recently learned that Valentine's Day is a violent holiday, and we're just making it fun so that we can date. But it's not actually. Its history is actually very, very bloody, which probably goes in really well with all the lawsuits and mob threats. You know, you never know. I would definitely prefer not to be involved with somebody on Valentine's Day, especially not a new relationship.
Yeah, I mean, if you're involved with someone or you're not, I mean, is there anybody that you're hoping will reach out to you on that day?
No, and the men that are involved in my life know that I consider Valentine's Day to be emotional manipulation. So I think they're actually relieved that they're not obligated to get me a gift and they don't have to spend time with me on Valentine's Day.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to play it cool on Valentine's Day. You know, I'll be at work, so I'm just going to try to ignore it. Maybe take a Xanax, and I think I'll be fine.
Right, because people will be receiving flowers and there's all the love people around you, you know, and if you're not in a relationship, it kind of stinks. You know?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not looking for a relationship, so.
So what happened with that Bruce guy? I know he was in love with you, Bruce Davis.
Well, he didn't produce any police reports, and that was the same thing that Zarina did to me. Zarina had this story, this traumatic story that hooked me in and got her very close to me, but it was really hard to get police reports. And I do not like to be lied to. It's one of the worst crimes to me.
So what you're saying is that Bruce Davis, okay, so what he told the Kermitarians on Kermit and Friends is that he got swatted.
Yeah.
And he blamed multiple people here, but he couldn't produce a police report. So what some people are saying is that he made it up. Why would he do that?
So it's been my experience that people lie to create a traumatic event, to trauma bond with you, to elicit an emotional response and get close to you than you would normally allow them to be. And that's what Zarina did to me. She had this horrible fake story from the Minneapolis Super Bowl, and my heart I felt really compelled to help her no matter what happened. And everything turned out to be a lie. And she used it to get close to me, to gain information on me. And she took all of that and twisted it to hurt me and create a smear campaign against me. And I kept her close to me because I was trying to help her. I was trying to get proof of this event. And it was just a waste of my time and effort. And I do not play that game now. As soon as I start catching people in lies, I kick them out of my life.
Yes, I think that's a good thing. I mean, I don't know. It's weird because sometimes I think, okay, should I kick these people out of my life? Should I leave them in? What do you think, Alex, as you progress in life and you try to become a better Alex and a better person every year? Do you have to say bye to some people that are in your life?
Oh, I kick him right in the face. Yeah, of course. I have no qualms about dropping people that no longer service me, because a lot of people, they're not willing to do the work to continue growing as a human. And if you're going to stagnate and just stop completely, well, then what use do I have for you anymore? I'll do my best to pull you up to the top of the mountain, but if you are just trying to slide back down, that's on you. Go back down with the peasants where you belong.
Yeah, I feel a similar way. If someone's not working on themselves, and because it is the biggest challenge in life, I think, is just doing that, is trying to become a better person, better than you were, learn from your mistakes, and keep going. And you could tell. I mean, there's some people in my life I could just tell are not doing that work because it's so difficult. They'd rather ignore that work. And, what exactly is it that you like to see people doing? Is it that you want to see them grow? Like, how can you see that growth, and how do they actually grow each year?
Well, it's about not being stuck as the person that you were. If you have to first understand and realize that you are a piece of being a piece of shit, so you have to accept that maybe you're not as good as you could be, and then expand from there. You can tell when people aren't doing the work. You can tell when they're just drifting through life, just eating burritos and rollerblading down Venice Beach without a care in the world, without trying to get to the core of who they are.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Alex. The first step is like the 12-step program in AA for alcoholics is accept, being able to accept the deal. Like, you'll get a good deal. People who don't know a deal, they'll get a great deal, but because they don't feel like it's fair, like it's balanced, like they're getting paid $10 million right now, they don't go, whoa, I got a job at Starbucks. Somebody has to fund Starbucks. You know, oh my God, so I got $10 million right now for the funding of Starbucks. You know, they don't understand that. And the thing about Andy's shit is when it stinks that bad, you can smell it all the way in Florida. So Charmin, when we spoke, I was like, man, this is some smelly shit. And she was like, yeah, it smells over here. I was like, well,
Eric,
that's
I
not smelly.
don't like what you're saying right now. I don't like what you're saying right now.
Well, how can I improve what I'm saying so that you can like it more?
Just because you're just going after someone to go after them, you're not having a actual like argument against something Andy did. Like it's a lot of fluff, Eric.
How do you feel like I'm going after someone just to go after them? I mean,
I don't know why you're doing that.
do you feel like there's a higher purpose? You know?
Not really.
Not really. See, everything I do is grounded and real. You know, everything has a higher purpose. You know, and I know everything Andy does also has a higher purpose. But the thing is, he just has a lot of followers, right, Andy? You have a lot of people who know you. You're super famous. You might not be able to control 1,000 people as well as I could control 10 people, right? So I could give you 10. I could give you 10 Panthers, right? And they can regulate your 1,000 people, you know.
Eric,
but
Eric, you know what, Eric? If I had just $10,000 to spend right now, I could bury your fucking ass in a 100-foot ditch. Nobody'd ever find you. So I don't know why you talk all this shit about other people and making them disappear and kill people, because you ain't about jack shit. You got a mental problem. You're a mental patient. You need to go turn yourself into the mental shack. You need professional help, my friend, because I'm going to tell you, I think Andy can have you buried because he's got the money to do it. You don't. You talk about how you got all this funding for everybody, but look at your hair. Look at your hair. You didn't even comb your hair prior to the show. Are you living in a homeless shelter? You talk about helping Andy. I think you need to reach out.
Because one time, CR England, they gave me a truck. The Englands, I shook hands with Chad England, who is a billionaire. Okay, he owns CR England.
So what? I got stoned with a billionaire last week.
Okay.
First day I ever met him. Who gives a damn? You met a billionaire. I ain't got $1 billion because I met a billionaire. Eric, you're delusional, my friend. You need help.
Okay, it was worth more than $10,000. It was more like $100,000. And he shook hands with me. And while I was writing, Chad England, who I shook hands with, okay, who, when you deliver a load at CR England, Bob, and they gave me a Class A, okay, when you deliver a load with CR England, okay, I know how to alley duck a truck, okay, when you deliver a load with CR England, all right.
Eric, go in the bathroom. Your audio is too bad. See, we need Eric's audio better.
Yeah, he's in a public setting. He's not. He doesn't. I don't even think he has his own place right now. I feel bad for the guy. I think he really seriously needs some professional help.
Yeah. And we're here to help people. We're going to help people here as much as we can. Okay, we're going to help people, and we want everybody to not be homeless, not be in ditches like that. And obviously, we're here for everyone. So if you want to get help, contact Bob, right, Bob?
That's right. I'll help you. Look, it's about growing, like she said. Look, I was willing to come up here with the frog, knowing he's going to be up here, but another frog. But he wasn't willing to come up here with another individual, and he doesn't even know if he's coming on the show or not.
Who are you talking about? Who are you talking? Are you talking about our second frog?
Yes.
Okay.
And I just thought to myself, how shallow of a person, he can't grow. And Eric hasn't grown any since I've been on Kermit Friends. In fact, he's gone deeper into the dark side of things. And I don't see any love coming into his life or his heart. And I feel really sad for him. And he acts like he loves you so much, but how does he expect to win your love or any respect from you when he's not, there's no love coming out of him at all. It's all hate and discontent and bad and evilness. And I just don't understand that. You can't win over somebody with hate. You win a bear over with honey, and you win a woman over with making good jokes and happiness and love.
That's
and money
true.
For some people.
So I have bad news, Bob. That frog is here right now, and I think he wants to talk to you.
Well, hello, Bob.
I heard
Hello,
we had a
Bob.
really pretty frog.
Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, Bob, and I want to know if you want to do, Bob. Do you want to be my Valentine's?
No, but I think I'm going to send Elisa a Valentine's little box of candy, like maybe, what do you like, chocolate, mini chocolate?
I do like that. Yeah.
But she's already got a Valentine's, and his name is Andy Dick. And so, like, you're the only one left. Would you be my Valentine, Bob? I put on my pink
I'm
suit
stuck
today
on
for
Elisa
you.
right now. I'm starting to fall in love with Elisa, and
But
I think
you
I'm gonna
can't.
make myself
You
a better
can't.
man this year, and I'm gonna win her over. That's what I think I'm gonna do.
Well, I challenge you right now to create a far more romantic evening than the frog.
All right, go ahead. Let's hear what you got. Give it your best shot.
Oh, I get time to do this. Uh-oh. Where'd everybody go? You left me out here all by myself.
We're right here,
love it.
Frog. We're right here. Don't worry.
Oh. Whew. Oh, everybody's gone again. What screen am I looking at? Boy, I'm confused. So I have no Valentine for today. Who wants to be my Valentine tomorrow?
Oh, that's sad, Frog. We'll be your Valentines, right, Bob?
We?
Here's
Like-
to being Frog's Valentine's.
Are we talking about a three-way here?
Listen, Frog, if you don't have a Valentine, we'll all be your Valentine. So don't worry. You're not going to be alone. As long as you're in the Kermit and Friends Discord, you will never be alone ever again. And you can just talk to people there. You don't have to worry about anything, okay?
Okay. I'm going to go change clothes.
All right. So I don't think everybody is upset, if Frog is there or whoever is there because, we're here for each other. And it really just does not matter as far as, this person's on the show, so I can't be on the show. I'm just so sick of that. So just have fun as long as you're here, okay? Everybody listen to Wappy Flanker, our reoccurring musical guest.
West Coast vibes, people chilling, getting high. Venice Beach on the streets, I'ma get mine.
you?
Hey, Lisa, it's Dave.
Hey, Dave.
How are you getting on? I just wanted to ask, because you mentioned her earlier on, and this is something that seems to be unfolding on your Twitter over the last week, about Erica. And I missed the last couple of Kermit and Friends because I had things on. And I just wondered who she is, because she seems to be kind of insulting, but also like quite a big new personality. And I just wondered what her problem was with you, because she seems to be aiming a lot of things your direction.
Yeah, so Erica is a person that I found in my Instagram DMs a while back, and I invited her into our Discord server, our fan club, and she's been starting a lot of trouble in there. And she sends me nudes, and she called me the other day when I was at work, and I'm so stupid, Dave. I put her on speakerphone because she was calling me through Facebook video. So she was on video so everybody could hear what she was saying. And she sounded very racist. She was like talking about Mexicans, and it was really bad. And she embarrassed me. And, you know, I don't know everybody that well at my work. So if they hear something weird like that coming from my phone, it seems like I'm friends with people like that. And it was really embarrassing, and it was horrible. And so, like, as much as I think she's entertaining, I just have to remind myself I can't mix these worlds. I can't put somebody on speaker, at my work, and I have to just. It's really weird, Dave. It was horrible. It was one of the worst. I've had like 3 worst Kermit and Friends moments. That was like, I think that was the top bad moment.
Well, it feels like she's got a bit of a kind of rather complicated relationship with you in her head, because she seems to like say a lot of hate and aim that at your direction. But then she also seems to send you nude pictures. So she seems to kind of want positive attention from you in that way as well. Do you kind of know what might be going on in her head?
I mean, she's nuts. People are just nuts, and that's it. I mean, I think that's what it comes down to. You know what it is? You might watch a show and DM the person. They don't usually DM back. They don't message you back. I'm a person that I will, and I'll invite you into this fan club, and I'll do that, and I'll be like welcoming to you. And sometimes like that bites me. Sometimes I don't get something good out of it. Sometimes I get hurt by it, but you just kind of have to put a wall up between you and the people, kind of, because you just don't know how far they'll go. She obviously has some kind of problem, like a mental problem, and that's fine. We all do. But I just made a mistake. I shouldn't really be answering calls when I don't know what the tone is going to be of the call.
Well, it's interesting because that kind of seems to bug you generally when people ring you up at work. Like, you would kind of rather just be able to get on with your job and not be answering phone calls.
Well, I actually don't mind it. I don't mind it. Sometimes I do need a break from work, and I'd love to talk to a Kermitarian, but I just shouldn't put them on speaker. That's really what it comes down to. I shouldn't put them on speaker. I shouldn't let everyone hear what they're saying, because you just never know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. I also thought it was real funny that you've been sent loads of stuff for people's like muscle joints and stuff. So maybe you could spend Valentine's Day just posting things to Kermitarians, to anyone whose shoulder aches or they've got a bad leg or something.
Yeah, I can definitely send these bottles out to people. So if you're a big Kermitarian here, just like reach out to me and I'll send you something. I just have to go through all the boxes and see what everything is. But obviously, I appreciate that we have a sponsor. All the sponsors here are appreciated. And thank you so much to everyone. I mean, that's helped and contributed. It's just such a blessing. And yeah, I mean, obviously that's great to have sponsors and great to have people that are involved in the fan club. So, there's good things and there's bad things. There's the thing with Erica. I can't put T-Bob on speaker just in case, just for safety reasons. But I don't mind if people call me at work. Actually, I prefer they call me at work, because on the weekend, I just try to relax.
Right, okay, yeah, that makes sense. The other thing was as well, I was wondering if you're excited about the Super Bowl, because being English, like, I don't really care. But
No, I
know
don't
it's
care
like
at
a
all.
big deal in America, and I wondered what your thought was about it.
I don't care about the Super Bowl at all. I mean, today is a Kermit and Friends Day. It's not the Super Bowl. So that's how I feel. I'll be watching all the wrap-up shows today after Kermit and Friends. And so that's where I'll be focused. I mean, my friend invited me to dinner, and I said, I don't think I could go. because I'll be watching all the wrap-up shows. You know, I want to make sure I don't miss anything.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty good policy, because I watched the Super Bowl for the first time last year. Like, they showed it on English TV for the first time, and none of us knew what the hell was going on. Like, they stopped for like hours. They played for about 15 seconds, and then they just stood around, and the time ends for ages. It was really, really boring. I didn't know it was going to last that long.
Yeah,
So,
no, I
like,
mean,
for
nothing
any,
happens on there. There's no
English
interesting
people who might be
characters.
watching Kermit and Friends, like, I really wouldn't bother with a Super Bowl if you've never seen it before, because it's really dull.
Yeah, nothing happens during the Super Bowl. That's for sure. Something could happen here, but nothing will happen there.
That's absolutely right. Maybe Erica could do the Super Bowl halftime show. Who knows?
Yeah. So what do you do? Like, what do you do the rest of the day after Kermit and Friends? Do you tune into the wrap-up shows? What do you do?
I haven't actually ever seen a Kermit and Friends wrap-up show, just because of the time, like, because it's like a different time. Like, now it's 8:15 at night, and so it's not like the most convenient time of day to be doing a show. But like, I love Kermit and Friends, so like, I do it. But I've never actually watched one of the wrap-up shows, so maybe today will be the day. And you know, like, Weezy seems like a real nice guy, so I'm sure his wrap-up show is real good. So today might be the day I watch it.
Yeah, you should watch Wheezy's. That's the one that I recommend. Let's see. I'm just looking at some interesting comments here. We have a Super Bowl story by this guy named Rusty. Is a special Super Bowl story for us since we don't watch it. Thank you so much for calling in, Dave. You're the best. We love you.
Love you too, babe. Bye.
Bye. He's such a sweetheart. I love that guy. Okay. So Lisa uses people and doesn't have any regrets. I thought the Andy Dick stuff was hilarious. Don't know what that means, but let's listen to a special Super Bowl. Oh, Eric Riggs. Eric, you better be in the bathroom right now.
I'm in the bathroom.
Okay, good.
I had a question for you.
Sure.
So, the head of Little Bennett Court, he can make a lot of things go away. But his main objection is he goes, she's not Jewish. And I go, but her dad is Jewish. So I wanted to ask you, Elisa, how is your conversion to Judaism, real Judaism? I call Jesus Hashem because he's so holy. How's that coming along?
Eric, do you think I'm converting to Judaism right now? And why do you think that?
I think that because you need protection, and you need the right kind of protection. Okay? You need the kind of protection that prints the money in the United States, where you hold up your hand and you have a ring on your finger and says, this is the female head of the Jewish mafia with the Rothschild family. This is very similar to how the Rothschild family came into being during the Napoleonic Wars.
All right, Eric, do you want to hear Rusty's story about a Super Bowl situation?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's hear this Rusty story. Rusty, you have a story about a Super Bowl and a toilet?
Dead guy on a toilet.
Okay.
So yeah, it was my next door neighbor. I was watching the Super Bowl with my father in Vermont, and we got a call from the neighbor, real panicky. And this was an old couple I've known my whole life. They had a little market right next door. So they were like in their 70s. So Linda calls and she's in a panic. She says, Dominic's in the bathroom. He's been in there for a half an hour and he won't open the door. He won't answer me. I'm so worried. So I went over there and lowered his shoulder and busted into the bathroom. And there he is sitting on the toilet naked, elbows on his knees. And he is kind of a color of light purple and pink, but not flesh tone, like white with purple. And I'll never forget, he had a bead of sweat, like a drop hanging off of his nose, and it was perfectly still. And the whole time I stood there looking, it never moved. And I know he was dead because he was as still as a statue. So we call 911. And the 911 guy says, sir, you're going to have to get him on the floor and start CPR. And I'm looking at this dead guy for half an hour and said, no, we're past that. No, sir, seriously, you're going to have to get him on the floor and start CPR. And I said to him, if you can get here quick enough, you can do that yourself. I'm not doing that. And I handed it to, the wife, and she went, she was just hysterical. But I mean, he lived a full life. But yeah, that's the day I found a dead guy on a toilet on Super Bowl Sunday.
Wow. I wonder, like, did they write an article about that, or was it in the obituary that he
No,
died on
yeah,
the
it was
toilet?
definitely on the obituary. I don't think any of the other details were there. I'm sure it was a heart attack. He was grunting one out, and it just didn't really happen.
That's the thing. Like, that'd be an embarrassing way to die, I think. Alex, what would be the most embarrassing way? I mean, I think dying on the toilet would be embarrassing. I always think the anti-vaxxers that die, that's embarrassing. What do you think's embarrassing?
Wow. I mean, I think dying at all is embarrassing. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
seriously, you can't even cut it out to live in a world that is basically conditioned to make everything as easy as possible. Come on. We should all be living to 120 years old. And if you don't make it there, that's on you. You screwed everything up.
Exactly. I always think like I want to die in like a situation where I look really cool. Like,
Yes.
I'm saving someone, or I'm doing something like something with an animal, like I'm saving a little puppy and I get hit by something. I think that would be an admirable way to die. And I want a lot of compliments on my death,
Yes.
and I want a lot of adulation, and I want praise, and I want it to be in all the major news sources. I mean, you have to really work hard in this life to become famous enough so they even cover your death.
That's true. And I mean, I think that's the goal that we're all going for is can we get to a level where when we die, people, all the news sources will talk about it and all the best comedians will make jokes and Taylor Swift will write a tribute song because her heart will never be the same again simply because we're gone. I think that's what we're all trying to do.
Yeah, like Bob Saget's death was pretty cool. Like he got so much, press and praise, and everybody loved it. He was everybody's favorite comedian all of a sudden. I mean, that's the best. I don't even care if it's fake. I don't care if the adulation is fake or if the compliments are fake. I just want a lot of them, and I want them to be public.
I agree. I think Louis Anderson didn't get as much publicity because people went, well, he was fat. He was going to die anyway.
I know.
And
That's
I
the
don't
worst.
think that's fair.
Exactly. I'm the exact same way. I don't like it when they say, oh, like they died, but they were fat or some other problem or like it just anything like that. Cause then that death, it lasts like 2 seconds.
Exactly. And that's a man who had a 40-year career of entertaining us in so many different ways. And I think, I feel like they should put Bob's body on top of Louis's body and maybe push them over Niagara Falls together like it's a double luge situation in the Olympics. Really send them out on the exact same wave.
Exactly. They should all be created equal and they should last at least like 6 months. Like, I don't like these deaths like, oh, the celebrity died and then the next day a bigger celebrity died. That's the worst. Like no other people are allowed to die on the same day as me.
If I ever get on a plane and I see someone more famous than me, I get off that plane immediately because I know that if it goes down, the story will not be about me at all. And homie, don't play that.
No. I would never do that. Exactly. No, if you're on a plane, make sure there's nobody else that is in entertainment business at all, because you don't want to be like that person that in another person. Sometimes even like the, who is that guy? I think it was even with Kobe. They mentioned him and like how upset, and then the other family and everybody else. Oh, and the pilot too. They don't even mention the pilot. Oh, never be a pilot, by the way. If you're in a plane crash and you're a celebrity, oh yeah, you're gonna get all the praise. And then they say, oh, and this pilot.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, what is a good career to have if you're going to die in a public way? What is going to get you the praise without being in the entertainment industry? How else do we make sure that your death counts and it's not just another one that just goes right away like a breath of air?
That's something to think about. Maybe you should be a frog. Frogs do get a lot of praise. Man Cave Live. You are not on here that much, but I did get a call about you earlier. They mentioned to me that you said that I said something about Andy that I did not say, but you're muted, Man Cave Live, and you're a professional broadcaster, so you should.
Sorry, I sit back here muted, so when I didn't just pop up and make a bunch of noise when you brought me in. I never said nothing about Andy. First of all, I'm going to backtrack a little bit, and I'm going to some shout outs to some people if I can. Shout out to Leah Land and my Man Cave Live fans, of course, everybody that's in the audience that likes to watch. But I never said nothing about Andy. I told him about you reaching out to me for find out how to get a hold of Dr. Phil for a friend of yours that was in a hoarder collapse, is what you were trying to explain to me?
Yes, I needed your help with something with a hoarder situation, but it wasn't actually Andy's situation. He doesn't have enough
Right.
belongings to be a hoarder right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I never
So,
said nothing. Never said nothing about Andy. And of course, I want to say Happy Valentine's Day to the ladies out there too. While I'm in here too, I don't want to forget that.
yeah, that's important. That's definitely coming up, and yeah, that's definitely coming up. How do you feel about Valentine's Day? Do you feel the same way your friend Charmin feels?
It's kind of a Hallmark holiday, is what I'm thinking. Just a reason to sell cards and roses, just like.
Oh,
we
really?
got
You don't
Mother's
believe
Day,
in
we
it?
got Father's Day, we got Grandparents' Day, we got all these different days, all these Hallmark holidays invented by card companies, really.
You
To
think?
try to sell
You think that's
Valentine's
what? So
cards.
there's a lot of hate
Yeah.
towards Valentine's Day over here. People don't like it. People are against it. That's how kind of I feel about the Super Bowl. But
Because
it is a.
if you're going to give something to the person you love, you should be able to give it to them anytime. I mean, my women that I have been involved in like it to get even just a single rose at an odd time, and they say, "Well, what's that for?" Well, just because I was thinking about you, or some sort of little gift or something that I hand them. So what is this? I said, because I care. Valentine's Day should be all the time when you're in love with somebody. Shouldn't have to have just one particular day to buy them a dozen roses that they're going to throw away in a few days, because once they've been cut, they start the dying process. It's a waste of money. But giving somebody a gift anytime is never a waste, especially if you're.
Oh,
in
your
a
big
loving
fans
relationship.
calling. You have a really big fan calling right now, Johnny B. This is your number one fan, Kermit and Friends.
Hey, Lisa, it's Gonzo.
Hey,
Johnny B's
Gonzo.
number one fan.
Wow.
I had a question for you. Did you hear about what the news with Johnny B? He got solar panels for $86,000, and he signed a 30-year what do you call it? Like a 30-year payment plan for them.
30-year payment plan for $80,000 worth of solar panels for Johnny B's house. And how do you feel about that, Gonzo?
I think it was a poor decision. Can you have him explain? I just wanted to hear him explain why he thinks it was a good idea, because his house is worth $10,000 and he bought $86,000 worth of solar panels.
All right. That's a great question.
It's a Johnny B fact.
Okay, Johnny B fact. Thanks, Gonzo. Yeah. Thank you. All right, that was good information. Johnny B, is that true? Did you buy $80,000 worth of solar panels for some reason?
No, it's not quite that. It's an investment to try to reduce my carbon footprint. And when come this summer, when we get the long days and it produces a lot of electricity, I won't be using the grid as much. I'll be using my own created power and electricity. I got to figure out some ways to save money. And the way I've been explained to me is that everybody that's put them in has not been disappointed on how much they've been saving with them. So,
So you're trying to save money. Maybe Gonzo doesn't understand that. Why doesn't Gonzo understand that the $80,000 is actually saving money?
Well, like right now, I'm not making really any electricity this time of the year, because there's not many, sun's still not out fully long, and a lot of cloudy days and things like this. But when it comes spring and summer, when the days are nice and long, I'll be producing a lot of electricity. 80 watts output a day is about what I use.
All right, Gonzo, he says he's saving money. He's saving money. So why are you upset, Gonzo?
No, well, he signed a 30-year loan for the solar panels, but that's neither here nor there. But I have another Johnny B fact.
Okay.
So you remember Lori's ex-boyfriend from like a year ago, Musa? He's been living there for a year, and he got drunk the other day and he peed on Lori, and Johnny B kicked him out of the house, and then but Johnny B let him back in. Johnny B said that he couldn't come back unless he stopped drinking, and then the same day he let Musa back, and now Musa's drinking.
Wait,
So
Musa
that's another Johnny B
peed.
fact.
Well, hold on. Musa peed on Lori.
Yeah, he peed on Lori, and then Lori kicked him out, or Johnny B kicked him out, and then I think he threatened to beat up Johnny B, and then Johnny B said, "You're not allowed back in the house, Musa." And then that afternoon he let Musa back in, and he's still there. That was like a month ago.
That's not good. Thank you, Gonzo. Gonzo's saying a lot of things about you right now, John.
So many things that don't need to be out in the freaking world that they want to talk about stuff. When Musa gets drunk, he sleeps so sound that he has a bladder problem. You know, he doesn't wake up. As far as that peeing on somebody, oh god,
I spent 80 days out to $6,600 for solar panels to have.
He's not going to let anybody talk when you have him up here.
And I save about $10 a month.
Okay, there's more information. Yes, Gonzo.
Hey,
That's very
so
rude.
I
I'm
have
back,
a
and you're
Chinese
doing
friend.
this. You're being very rude, Elisa.
Gonzo's
So,
on the
like,
phone, Corey. 1 second. Yes, Gonzo?
So yeah, like a couple months ago, Johnny B, he's unvaccinated. He got COVID, and he gave it to the whole family. And then while they still had COVID, on Black Friday, the whole family went. I'm not even joking about this. The whole family piled up in the car, and they went to Walmart on Black Friday, maskless.
So he had COVID. So
Johnny B fact.
Okay, so Johnny B had COVID.
The whole family got COVID.
And then he went to
Okay.
Where did he go?
We got COVID, yes. We all tested positive. On day 9 of our quarantine, almost, which would have been even.
Where did he go? Wait, hold on, Johnny. Where did he go when he had COVID? You said Walmart?
They went to Walmart on Black Friday. So like
on Black Friday. So more people were at Walmart that day than other days.
Yeah.
So he brought the COVID to the most people possible to shop at Walmart.
Yeah. Maskless too.
No mask?
Yeah, I don't want to make it political, you know, but yeah, I mean, I just think it's probably not the best idea to pack the family that's all, you know, positive, COVID positive.
Wow, I'm surprised that Johnny would do that. Johnny, you went to Black Friday sale with COVID without a mask?
That was after our 10 days of quarantine. The last day of our quarantine happened to be Black Friday, and we did go out and get a few things, but we weren't Black Friday shopping. We were just getting some stuff for the house. We don't do nothing else like that. We went and got what we needed and got the heck out of there. But yeah, that was after our 10 days of quarantine when you were supposed to be the most contagious. We'd already done our 10 days. No symptoms left of anything at that particular time. When I got the COVID, all I got was the chills, and I was tired, and I had a cotton mouth. Not to say.
Gonzo, do you have more information?
Yeah, I have another Johnny B fact.
Okay.
Johnny B, he has 17 automobiles in his house right now, and he spent $3,500 on a huge van that doesn't work. And he said that the guy sold it to him and said it was going to work, and then he got the van, and like it doesn't have any brakes.
Wait, Johnny B has 17 cars?
So now he has 18 useless cars, and I think he has one or two that work.
He has 18 cars?
Yeah, including his ice cream truck, a fire truck that he uses for storage. He has LeBaron. He has a bunch of other ones. If you ask, he can list them. He'll try to downplay it, but there's about 17.
Wow,
that's another Johnny B fact.
Johnny B, thank you. Wow, that is good information. You have 18 cars, Johnny B. That's a lot of cars. That seems very excessive.
7.
7 cars?
Yes, I have my 94 LeBaron that only drives seasonal. I have an old truck out here that I got a hold of we're hauling stuff around with. I got a PT Cruiser that I'm giving to my daughter when she gets her driver's license. And the old van that I bought, I gave $2,500 for it. The guy put all new brakes on the back and a new caliper. It's been too cold and nasty to get out there and bleed the back brake line. Once I get the brakes bled, it'll be perfect to go.
Wow, I never heard of somebody with that many cars. Yes, Kermit and Friends.
Hi, Lisa. This is Toast again.
Hey, Toast.
I was just going to clarify some of the COVID situation. When he was sick with COVID, he actually got his live-in girlfriend sick with COVID as well that day. And I just want to point out the initial infection was from Lori inviting over Musa's best friend, who's also Muslim, so they could have like a Muslim threesome upstairs while Johnny was broadcasting on Man Cave Live. But it also almost killed Johnny B's girlfriend. She spent a month in the hospital on a ventilator. And this week, Johnny B went to pick up his granddaughter from work because they sent her home because she had COVID symptoms. and Johnny B took his girlfriend in the car with him without a mask to give it a
Wow.
gift to my dog.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, such good information. Corey, do you have any thoughts on what's going on with Johnny B?
Why? You're just going to cut me again.
What?
So as I start in, you're just going to put me backstage. And the only reason I'm in here is because I talked to Wheezy and thought, let's give it a third try. I'm tired of the disrespect, but what's your thoughts?
Wait, what?
Of course you don't get it. You could disrespect all people you want, but you don't get it. And you wonder why people get mad at you.
I don't know what I did.
Of course not. Can we give a shout out to Wendy helping me out here the past week? So are we going to resolve anything, Lisa?
Like what?
Of the disrespect and the hurting of me, what you have done, because all you care about is yourself. Don't pretend. Because I'm taking care of my own. I've been taking care of my own, and all your responses, oh, you're late, and you don't give a damn about how I'm feeling or the things I'm going through. I need to take care of myself.
I actually don't know what you're talking about, Corey.
Of course you don't. Because you are that vain. I actually care about other people and their feelings and their well-being. I know you're not going to apologize. That's not your nature. You're never going to. That's your type of vanity. Your type of vanity is never going to apologize to your failures or your faults, to what you do to other people. So where do we go from here?
I don't know. I don't feel like I understand where you're coming from.
I'm only here for one reason, for one person, because I talked to him and he made some sense. Because he has actually a voice of reason. So from here now, it's up to you again. Never, ever. This is the third time. First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. This is the third time. You ever disrespect me again? No more. So it's up to you, Elisa. Learn what respect is.
I don't feel like I disrespected you.
The times when I said that I wasn't going to be in because I had to work that day, and I forward message you and even text you the day before when your show came. It's like, where's Corey? It's Corey, I told you I had to work. Or if it's my prerogative after I work, if I would do my show and I'm doing things late and I'm sleeping in, your show is not top priority. Myself is top priority. That's not selfish. That's not vain. That's putting priorities in order. But then you get mad because then I'm late. Because, oh, you said you were late. You were late. You were up late. Well, so fucking what? I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your fucking husband. I could do what I want. priority. It's my prerogative. And then you're going to get pissed off because, oh, Corey's not there because he has to work. And I told you. And then, well, Corey, you're late. You're late. You're not top priority, girl. Myself is top priority. So you either can just live with it, deal with it. You can be angry and disrespect. This is your last and third time. Third strike, you're out.
I don't think I did anything.
Sorry, go ahead. That's the part where you're supposed to come in with the response.
I don't think I did anything, Corey. I just hosted Kermit and Friends. That's it.
Spreecast, you disrespected me. Second time you came back on here, disrespected me. Didn't have any feelings of my matter or how I'm feeling, what's going on. Just you're late, you're late, you're late.
I didn't care that you were late.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did, because your first response is with anger, and you had anger behind it. You're late. You're late. Well, it's just because I close those nights and I do my own thing and I stay up late and do my thing. But you're not top priority. I'm going to sleep in and I'll get in when I get in. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. You should respect that. As me, as my own person. It's not all about you, Elisa.
I never even said anything bad about you, Corey. I just let you go. You wanted to go, so I let you go.
You didn't let me go. I left. I let you go. Gonzo, if you have something to say, say it. I'm willing to get along with you when you're willing to have respect for me.
I don't think I ever. I do not think.
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't think I disrespected you. I would let you on. You would be late, and then I'd be ending the show, and you would demand to come on the show when you were very late. So I couldn't just stop the show or extend it for you. You know, if people want to be on.
I never said that or demanded that.
You did, Corey. I don't give people a hard time here if they're late or they can't show up. I never give people a hard time about that. I allow people that want to be included in the show and they want to contribute to the show. Those people, I value those people tremendously, and I let them come on, and I love those people. But if you're giving me demands, Corey, and if you're getting angry, if you're backstage, that is just, I can't handle that in my life, Corey. I can't handle people demanding me things.
So you're taking it and put in reverse. Is when you demand, Corey, be here at this time. Corey, do this. Corey, do that. Corey, be here. Call in, and so I can do this. And Corey, do that, and this. That's giving me demands, which your childish ways on that and the zebra thing. I don't even know what the fuck that was. I don't even want to know what it is. But giving me demands and I don't make those demands, do you get mad at me?
I am confident that I never demanded anything of you. All I said was, if you're going to be late, I can't put you on. That's all I said. And that
no. I give you a heads up that, okay, I got to work this time. I got to work that time because I got to pick up hours. I'm filling this shift. And then I say, if I'm going to be late, I'm going to be. And even if I don't, it's my prerogative and right to be when I show up. You do not demand me because your thing is not top priority. Myself is top priority. And I think I've been proven that I've been doing my thing and taking care of my own. And I respect that you do your thing. I do my thing. I've proven that I'm something without you, but you got to think, Elisa, there's something that without me, what do you really got? just a little piddly sideshow going over here with none of these people, and you got little big hair, red-headed mustaches, look like a pedophile guy spitting off his spooing stuff that he just makes no sense.
What?
Well, it's true. Someone has to say it. You got this Mr. Pennywise over here with his fucking red bliggly hair and stuff. Yeah, this guy.
If you think I'm a redhead, you are colorblind, and you look like you haven't seen your wife in 20 years because she's locked in a basement somewhere, trapped in a box. You are every person I've ever seen on Snapped. You are To Catch a Predator incarnate. You are a Best Buy.
You are
employee
explaining
on his
yourself right now.
worst
You understand
day.
this? Okay, Alex,
No,
you
go
understand
ahead.
you're explaining yourself.
I am.
But, dude.
I'm so glad you can come to me from your mom's
Okay, dude,
bedroom.
but okay, whoa,
to
wait. For
have
first
this
thing, I
little
haven't had a
interaction.
wife in how many years? I haven't had a wife.
I don't think you've ever gotten laid.
I never
ever
had a
that
wife.
wasn't forceful.
I never had a wife in the first place, so I can have a wife being tucked in the basement for 27
You look like
years.
you're still playing Flip Cup every single day. Like you have been the most boring part of this entire show. The fact that she has kept you on this long is honestly like a make-a-wish for you. And I'm sorry for whatever you're dying from. But the fact that this is what you wished for, I really think you
What
could
do
do
I?
better.
Okay. First thing, what am I dying from, and what did I wish for?
I don't know.
Think about it. Think about it before it comes out.
Oh no! See, I don't have.
No,
to
I can think
about
of it. I
because-
already know what's going to come up before you even say it. So
What is that?
you're going to just come up with pretty little shit that I'm a pathetic piece of person. Blah blah blah. and
A
blah,
piece
blah,
of
blah.
person? Yeah, that's exactly what you are. You're a piece of a person because you are not a full human being. Oh, look who finally cracked. Wow, everyone. It wasn't that hard.
Dude, are you triggered? You trigger much?
No. I'm too high to be triggered by anything.
Mr.
I'm enlightened, dude.
Okay, Mr.
Try to get
Bosa
up
the
on my
Clown over here.
level.
Yeah, dude, you are a pedophile written all over again.
No, I'm too obvious to be a pedophile. See,
Yeah,
you're the guy that stands
dude,
outside of a Vegas
you got
club
Carrot
at 5
Top mixed with
a.m.
Bosa the
Wait.
Clown over here.
Carrot bottom, dude. At least
Yeah,
be
Carrot
original
Top
about
mixed
it.
with Bosa the Clown.
Yep.
That's all
Keep
you
it
got
going.
I think Corey's really upset right now, and he's lashing out.
It's because they stopped making Oxycontin in the 80 milligram. And so he's just in a lot of pain right now, honestly. Like, addiction is very real, everyone. Please seek help if you are in that place. And honestly, it's hard to be alone in this world, Elisa. Like, that's, you know, and Corey he's stuck up there in that little room. He's not allowed to come out just due to his court order. And that's a dangerous place to be. It really is.
I think we would all agree with that. Wendy, are you worried about Corey right now?
Yes, I am.
Why are you worried about Corey?
Well, for one thing, Joe Wash terminate Corey channel, and I helped him get him back up with the backup channel, and also he made me cry too, and he was trying to flag my channel.
Corey was trying to flag your channel?
No, Joe Wash.
Oh, so Corey's YouTube got taken.
Joe Wash it. Yep, by Joe Wash, and Joe Wash is trying to terminate me now.
Well, we can't let that happen. But
So
Corey doesn't have a YouTube channel. Do you think that's why he's here right now?
Yes, but I made him a backup channel so he can use that channel whenever he wants to go live.
So things have not gone well for Corey since he left Kermit and Friends. He got his channel taken away.
Actually, it's not taken away. It's not taken away.
Wendy says it is.
Well, my first strike, because I was talking about against the vaccines and everything, and my thoughts against the vaccines. It's amazing. 2 days later, nationwide on the newspapers, YouTube bans anti-vaxxers. I never said I was an anti-vaxxer. I'm just against them. That's your choice. Go ahead, kill yourself. That's your choice. It's a freedom of choice. That was my first strike. The second strike is because I called Joe Walsh a deadbeat dad. I'm talking about kids. I'm talking about... No, I just said Joe Walsh is a deadbeat dad. But that's my second try. It's not taken away. But yes, Wendy actually did a backup channel.
That's wonderful that Wendy did that. Wendy, thank you so much for
And I thank you
helping.
for that, Wendy.
Wendy, that was a really good deed that you did helping Corey, but I just really want to get to the bottom of
You're
why
welcome.
Corey seems. But why do you think Corey is so sad right now? I mean, look at him. He is miserable, this guy.
I do.
Because I think he got a crush on you.
Maybe a little one, okay?
What's going on, Corey? You're acting really weird today, but I hope you're back. Are you back?
I never left. So what type of crush you got on me, girl? I mean, come on. We make a good couple. I'm a gentleman, I'm a man, but also I know how to, come on. We got something. Are you afraid of a man that knows how to take control and treat a lady like a lady, a woman like a woman, but still knows how to make love to a woman in control? I saw. Look at the eyes, bright. Her eyes just brightened up there. A little bit of a smile. There's the connection there. There's something. I get it. It's going. She's contemplating it. The gears are going right now. Oh, yeah. She's like, oh, yeah. Yes. No. Oh, but yes. But take control. But yes. No. Yes. Slam against the wall. Take control. And mad love.
All right. What's going to be on the wrap-up show today, Weezy? Any good subjects or topics or?
Oh my goodness! What a show so far. I mean,
Yeah, it's over.
I have to take part responsibility for Corey coming back, and I'm really sorry. But yeah, the wrap-up show will be filled with everything that happened today, including Coreyisms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Corey will join you on the wrap-up show and talk about everything that went on here?
I sure hope so, because I have a lot of questions.
What would you ask Corey on your wrap-up show? What would you ask him? He's acting really weird right now.
I just want to know, like, what the fuck is wrong with him? That's what I really want to know.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
That's a good question. What do you think he's going to say?
I don't know if we'll get to the bottom of it, because there will be a lot of explaining to get to where we're at. But it seems to me like, I mean, it's pretty obvious to me that he does indeed have a big crush on you, even though he has been denying that for quite a while. So I really want to get to the bottom of that.
I mean, I hope Corey goes on the wrap-up show. I do. I just am so surprised by his appearance today. It's different than any of his other appearances. He's a better Corey today than usual, I would say, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He definitely let you talk too, and usually he would be talking right over you. But the content was very confusing to me. I'm confused.
Yeah.
I
What
don't
was
know.
that? Yeah, it was confusing. I mean, God, I'm just like bad like with men in general. Charmin, it's hard to deal with a Corey type. You don't know what the hell he's talking about or where he's coming from.
I think he's madly in love with you, though. Truly. I think that is because it is Valentine's Day and he is desperate to make you his Valentine. I think he has missed you terribly and he misses being the wrap-up show host. And as much as I love Hooper, right? I think he should come back every week if Corey's coming back. I think that was the best part of the show. I think he just jumped right in there and did the Superman thing for you. It was fantastic.
That was cool. I enjoyed that. I mean, that really did come in handy. Alex Hooper's talent for roasting is awesome. But, you know, we want Corey, even after all the bad things he's done, we want him to feel safe here. And like, you know, this is his home too. He just ran away for a while. You know, that happens with like a lot of children, you know, they run away and they're bad and they act out, but you should always have a loving home for them to come back to. And that's what this should be for Corey.
Well, you know, sometimes as a parent, you take on different roles. There's such thing as tough love, and you have to discipline people who misbehave.
Yeah.
And why was it so wrong for you to ask him to show up on time for the show when he was the wrap-up host? That seems really like a very manipulative mind game to me that I don't enjoy. And I was glad you were confused because I was confused too, and I wasn't sure why he was crying, and his beard was way too short.
Well, the thing is, I never even asked him to be on time. I never ask anybody. I just say, show up if you want to, no pressure. That's just like the way that's my attitude with Kermit and Friends. I just want people to have fun and meet each other and get some enjoyment out of it and have fans and friends. That's what it's about. I don't even care, if he's on every episode. I just wanted him to be a part of it because I knew he enjoyed it. And he's been away for such a long time that I felt like there was something more to it than what it actually is. Which is what he was saying was just not true, Charmin. It wasn't true.
Well, there's a lot of things Corey says that's not true. And Corey likes to play the victim and twist things around to be something that they aren't. He really complains about things that just don't make any sense. He got really upset.
Okay. Wait. First of all, Elisa, you missed me. You really missed me.
We missed you, Corey, but your beard is too short.
Now,
We need
you
more
want to talk
gray.
about Charmin. Who's the one that you want to talk about victims?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
I saw that you thought you were raped because you weren't allowed up in a stream. Could you explain that to me? I don't understand how that qualifies as rape.
Charmin. You're the victim card, Charmin.
Yeah. Could you explain to me why it is you felt like you were raped because you weren't allowed up in a stream? The definition of rape seems to take change within the man's mind. So I would like you to explain it to me from the man's mind.
So we're doing psychology now. Okay,
Well,
you're
the psychologist here.
Well, there's different forms of rape and different definitions of rape.
Could you give me the one that allowed you to think?
Rape of the heart, rape of emotions. What type of rape are we talking about?
I'm asking you to explain it to me. I didn't feel like not being allowed up in a stream qualified as rape. So I was hoping you explained to me why you felt it did.
Well, are you talking about rape or disrespect?
Well, you used the word rape. So
I know. Where did I ever use the word rape until now? Until Charmin?
Actually, you used it on one of your streams on the channel that's been taken down.
Oh, you're talking about what was it? It has not been taken down, but
what happened? Why are you so upset
Erica
today, Corey?
Love Erica, whatever her name is.
Yeah, you accused her of raping you.
And man bashing. So I got to get there. It's like
that qualifies
these two
as rape now?
piss ants up there kissing ass.
It's her channel. She can do what she wants with it, especially if you're going to scream rape because you're not invited. It's a very strange reappropriation of the term.
Okay, you guys are up there man bashing, and a man wants to get up and speak, but you won't let a man speak. Just kiss assers and speak. And that's rape.
What you think it is? That's what you think qualifies as rape?
It's disrespecting that raping.
I don't think rape and disrespect are the same thing. I think you're completely disrespecting the word rape by misappropriating it and making fun of it and turning it into a joke. I actually think that's one of the things women are complaining about men doing. How do we get through to the men without sounding like nagging man bashers? What is it you men
how do
need
you
to
get
hear?
through man and sounding like a woman nagger? You're just a fucking nagger is all you are.
Oh, why is that?
Because you're nagging me on something that's...
Because I'm asking you good questions.
And I'm saying
to
I'm a man
yourself.
standing up for myself.
But you're not doing a very good job of it, Corey. You're not making any sense.
You're not doing a very good job of man bashing me.
I know. It's almost like I'm not really a man basher. So confusing for you boys. Like it's the only insult you actually have, and it's
and
old.
Your insult
I
is
need you to get better material. I actually think Hooper could help you with some excellent material.
So a man actually stands up
look,
to your
here's a
man
man.
bashing,
Here's a
and
man
you
right
cannot
here.
stand that.
He's a hot man. His beard's full
T-Bob
too.
is a fucking pussy too.
Is that what you think? I think T-Bob throw hands at you and knock you out.
Corey, quit trying to talk over everybody. You want to talk pussy? I will meet you any fucking time, any fucking day of the week, night or day, 24 hours a day. You're free to show up at my house and go for the belt. Number two, I promise you, Corey, you don't know how to fight. We done seen videos of you fighting. You're like a little bitch that takes the beat. Come on, just face it. What was the difference in them fight videos we've seen of you?
T-Bob,
The guy showed up at your hotel room and bitched you out just yelling at you.
I mean, I'm in a hotel room right now. I mean, but I'm going to spend all that money, come over and visit you. Why?
Why are you in a hotel room, Corey? What happened?
I don't know. I mean, if I had orange rooms, it would be a Motel 6, but obviously I upgraded.
You didn't upgrade it because you're in a hotel. You left your apartment for a hotel room.
D-Bob, you're so much of a simpleton.
Are you going to be nice to the people here, Corey?
I always am. Just because I stand up for my own and I have my own free will and my feelings, I can't express my feelings.
Were your feelings hurt by the people here?
They were very hurt, especially by Sherman. I mean, I'm gonna have to go in the bathroom and go cry and take some tissue and wipe my eyes.
Oh my gosh, Wendy, do you think Corey is like being really weird right now and just like I don't even know how to like decipher what's going on with him?
Yes, I think he's very weird. Yes. And I just have one thing to say to T-Bob. T-Bob, you messed with my friends and Cuban. You still want me to take Cuban off. Cuban's never going away. I'm keeping Cuban. So go fuck yourself, T-Bob. There's a middle finger. Go fuck yourself.
Look, Wendy. Look, okay. Well, I don't know where she went, but I'm sure she's listening. But to Wendy, she got caught red-handed by some guy that he's a real good rapper. He's an artist. He's a professional. Makes a crap load of money. Okay, he lives in South Carolina. Let me tell you something. He brought his girlfriend on to watch her show. First time on there, her first comment was, "Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?" And Cuban blocked her off of her channel. But see, Cuban does this to her channel. He tells her, "I'm your best friend. I love you." And then he probably got over 1,000 people blocked off her channel. She should probably have another 1,000 subscribers, as long as her channel's been up and running. But she continuously lets these people take advantage of her. I try to warn her against these people, and she just keeps going with all the wrong people. Look at Joe Walsh.
Bob, we can't control who
Joe
Wendy.
Walsh.
Bob, we cannot control who Wendy wants to be friends with or who Corey wants to be
Exactly.
friends.
So I quit worrying about it. I'm like, all you can do is try to warn somebody. If they don't want to listen to you, then you're done with it. I mean, I don't pursue it. It's not anything I pursue. But I will say this on her behalf. I would like to see Wendy set something up to replace Wappy just for one Sunday, because I love Wappy, so we can't replace Wappy. But just for one Sunday on being the last one to do the music, because I'm going to let you in. You probably already know because you watch her show all the time. But she can sing really good. And Corey, I don't hate you. I love you. I understand your mentality and why you've been after me from day one. But I think it's time you buried the hatchet with me, because I can't bury the hatchet with you until you do that. Because, see, that is a misplaced heart that you got, brother. But I'll say this. She put people like Corey and everybody else I've ever seen on this channel to freaking shame.
Okay, Alex, you're regretful that you did the show today?
Am I regretful? No, this is exactly how I want to be spending all of my time with the Lord of the Elves and the captain of the Duke lacrosse team. This is exactly what I want to be doing on a Sunday morning before I go to a Super Bowl party and stuff guacamole in my face. So, yeah, of course I'm happy to be here with you, Elisa. If nothing else, I get to look at you for 2 hours, and that is a treat in itself.
Well, I'm happy you were here. You really got Corey right where we needed him. Now he's crying and he's very depressed. So that is perfect. Corey, are you going to join us on the wrap-up show? Did you like the show today?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think about Alexander's voice. Alexander's voice. How much of a smoker are you? How much of a
You're
smoker
going
are
after
you?
Alex, our guest. He was so
How
nice.
much of a smoker are you, man? Yeah, he was good. Elisa, obviously we dig each other. We need to connect a little bit more, if you know what I mean.
All right. Well, don't go after our guests, because we're really lucky that Alex, that you were here today, and just such a pleasure. Enjoy your Super Bowl party. Have fun. Eat good snacks. And come on Kermit and Friends next week, okay?
Maybe not next week, but soon enough I will be back. But thank you as always for having me, everybody. Everyone, so much fun. Love you all. Mwah.
Love you. Wits, will you be on the wrap-up show with Corey and John, Man Cave Live John, and T-Bob and Charmin and Wheezy?
I can't make it. I rearranged my schedule just to watch you. And that's about the most I can do on a Sunday.
Well, what'd you think of the show today?
Oh man, Corey's kicking ass. He's standing up for himself.
Yeah,
What
he
do you-
is. Finally.
That's a tough one to call. So I wasn't around when all that took place. But
Yeah, he has a lot of mixed feelings. You could tell he's emotional, and that's okay. I'm thrilled that he came out and said how he was feeling, and he was like really sad. So, if he wants to be back, I have an open door policy, for frogs and people. Whenever they want to come back, they're allowed back. And that's just it. It's an open door policy. So, everyone is welcome.
So yeah, too bad I come up here to start shit. Bob, you did a fucking manly thing today. You stood up against Wendy. It's fucking Miller time for you, buddy. And to all the whack packers out there, I am Wits in Tavern, the YouTube channel. Come to me. I will give you Bob's address if he wants to attack Wendy like that ever again.
Wait, what? Wait, you're mad at Bob about Wendy? But Wendy's mad at Bob?
I don't like how he treats her, and she's rightfully angry. And I don't even think she's angry anymore. I think she has learned to stand up for herself.
Bob,
there's the tough guy. There's the big tough guy right there.
I'll give
Fights
him
women.
my address. In fact, you know why he does this crap? Because he's too much of a pussy to show up himself. He's a little bitch. He's a snowflake, never had but one job his whole life. How long did that job last you? 3 months. The rest of your life, you moosed off of your family. How do you feel about that? Did you pull a brain and push your father down? Is that what caused him to die? Had a heart attack? Is that how you got away with murdering your daddy? You're a low-life piece of shit.
Let's just
man.
allow Bob to feel irrelevant right now.
Every in the world to be a good guy, and all you do is continue on with the bullshit, the hate and discontent because you're just a low-life, filthy piece of trash.
Do you feel irrelevant right now, Bob?
It doesn't matter how I feel.
Is Corey stepping up and taking your place?
Down, Rob. You're not going to make me feel bad. I'm not Corey. I don't cry over spilt milk. I'm not trying to suck up to every woman on earth because I need a place to live because I'm homeless living in some hotel.
You're going to do backflips after the show now all day because Corey is showing you up?
No, Corey ain't showing nothing up. All he did is show up on the show and start pouting.
You have this thing where you love Elisa.
I let my feelings out. Okay.
Look, Elisa said her piece and
what are you fucking combing in the first place? You got nothing to comb.
I got more to comb than you do.
Yeah, Bill Murray has more to comb than what you got.
Look here, baby. I got a real man's beard. What do you got?
I'm just good looking.
You got pubic hair around your mouth. It's called.
I got more hair than what I manscaped down there.
Beard, bitch.
Yeah, I manscaped down there, so I got more
Yeah.
hair.
Well, we know where we stand. But look, you should let this more. You should let this more up here.
Why are you mad, Bob?
I might be guilty.
Why are you always mad?
So I apologize to you on that, Corey. But don't come in here with, I'm living in a hotel. I want to come back. I'm glad you're back if you're back, Corey. I never hated you to begin with. I just don't like the way you act. You try to filibuster every conversation you've ever had.
Okay, let's put that in question. How do I act if you can actually shut up and answer a question?
Well, whenever you ask me a question, and I'm like on the last sentence answering the question, and you always
I just asked a question, bro.
And say, Bob,
how do I act?
Like you just did because you're a piece of
You
shit.
can't answer a question.
Interrupt and argue every chance you get. So fuck you, Corey.
I got 2 of those.
Hey, when I do
Corey, the cream always rises to the top, and these guys can't stand it because you've got some charisma in front of a camera.
Community, Rob. Let's get Tricep Bro to run another poll. Who's the biggest fucking troublemaker in KAF? I guarantee it's going to be you, you piece of shit.
Maybe Tricep Bro getting to run that poll right up your ass.
The only thing you're going to put up somebody's ass is that fucking cork that you're sitting on right now because you got to pull it out when you take a shit.
Bob, can you actually have a conversation without ass playing it?
I don't know. Can you ever talk to me without talking about a butthole? Because your people are always the one that brings up the butthole every single time.
Are you happy Corey's back? Let us know in the Kermit and Friends Discord server. I just posted the link in the chat. I'll see you all on the wrap-up show with Wheezy and Charmin. Thank you so much for watching Kermit and Friends. I'll see you next week.